Superheroes are selfless and sacrificing, an inspiration to us all. That is, unless you live in the world of The Reckoners, where superheroes are evil dictators ruling the earth. It's up to us, the regular people, to take them down. Let's discuss 5 things about The Reckoners. The Reckoners is a game of dice management. You're trying to defeat minor supervillains in the city, called epics, to work your way up to defeating the big boss, Steelheart. On your turn, you roll your dice 3 times, keeping at least 1 die each time, and re-rolling the rest. You then resolve your dice in the order you choose, gaining money, damaging epics, taking out enforcement miniatures, and moving to other locations. This dice rolling takes place simultaneously, with players helping each other out and cooperating as they choose. Then, after an upgrade phase, each of the epics activates their current available actions, followed by Steelheart activating and putting a lot of obstacles in the player's way. If the players can fully research Steelheart's weaknesses and defeat him before the population of the city is reduced to 0, they win. First, I'd like to talk briefly about the component quality. It's generally great. The boards are excellent, with space to hold every component you use in the game. The cards are good quality, and the illustrations are generally superb. The miniatures won't blow you away, but their quality is fairly decent. And everything, including the custom dice, stores wonderfully in the custom inserts in the game's large box. The only reason this isn't a full pro for me is because all that production value has a cost. The MSRP for this game is $100, and that's a lot for a fairly simple dice game. A straight-up pro for me is how the game handles upgrading your characters. At the end of each turn, you get to spend any money you've earned on custom upgrade cards for your characters. These can let you change some dice results to other results, give you extra dice to roll, give you free results, or even double the effects of some dice. My favorite part of the upgrades is that very few of them give you extra dice. Instead, they make the dice you have more consistent or more effective. This means the turns continue to be fast even while you're crushing the game. We have another mix at number 3, and this one relates to the main enemies in the game, the epics. While each of the epics does have a unique action line, they don't feel all that different, since most of them either upgrade Steelheart or damage the city. It does feel like there was a missed opportunity here, when they could have given each of the epics a unique power matching their abilities. That being said, I really enjoy the way epic damage is handled. Each epic has both a research line to figure out their weakness, basically their kryptonite, and a separate health line. If you can reduce their research line all the way to 0, their health automatically drops to a lower value, giving you an easier way to finish defeating them. Some epics can't even be hurt until you fully research their weakness. You can also avoid defeating them at all, instead pushing back the actions that they're going to execute each turn to make them less effective. This gives you lots of fun choices. Do you contain them, research them, or just blast them? It's your call. My second to last point is another pro, and that's that the turns in the game are simultaneous. Like Spirit Island, another simultaneous co-op, this drastically increases the game speed while also increasing the chances for cooperation. I can make my first roll, see that I didn't get any research, and check with my partner to find out what they got before I decide which dice to keep and which to re-roll. Even in a 6-player game, which The Reckoners does play up to, gameplay is still very fast because of this. There are very few co-ops that play 6 players well, so it's definitely a selling point for this game. But the best thing about the game is how the dice are used and how powerful they make your characters feel. In a lot of dice rolling games like Thanos Rising or Elder Signs, your success is all or nothing. If you don't get the results you need, your turn is wasted. But because each die in The Reckoners is its own separate effect, nothing is ever wasted. Each turn becomes a bit of a tactical puzzle as you figure out the ideal way to use each of your dice to affect the game board. It's a bit of a brain burn if it doesn't actually take that much time. A winning combination. All of this makes you feel awesome, like you're chalking up wins and taking down bad guys every turn. The Reckoners is a great dice-chucking co-op, with fast-paced gameplay and really interesting tactical decisions. I've played it with casual and serious gamers, and while the game is very fast to teach with fairly simple rules, the gameplay is deep enough to keep everyone engaged. That being said, the lack of variety in the epics and the very high price tag of $100 MSRP mean the game might not be for everyone. But if you're looking for a co-op that can play 6 players in not too much time, The Reckoners is a great choice. Because of his simultaneous turns, this is a rare solo game that actually takes longer to play than it does multiplayer. It can be a little bit of a brain burner to switch your attention from character to character, but it also adds a lot to the tactical puzzle in solo play. I've played with both 2 and 3 characters in solo play. 2 works great, and 3 is good too, although the puzzle becomes just slightly on the complicated side and a little bit more to keep track of. All that being said, I had a lot of fun playing The Reckoners solo, and I would definitely recommend it, again, if you can handle the MSRP.